It's not secular. You ain't doing the whole thing. You're not doing it. You are doing a work. You are doing a work where you are imitating God. And there is no holier action that a man and woman can ever be engaged in than coming together in unity and love. Not when you pay $250. Now when you're saying I had to make them change. Then you've taken something that is supposed to be holy, this action, and you've desecrated this holy act. Your singing, your cooking, nothing that you do is holier than getting together with your husband or your wife. Nothing. That is the only way that you can actually imitate God. That's why it's called procreation. So again, there's nothing secular. When you eat, when you go out, what we eat and how we eat, that's not secular. Some of our friends in different communities say, well, they don't believe in religion through the stomach. And God bless them. So that things that the Torah explicitly tells us that we should not engage in, they do. And, God bless them. Because somewhere along the line, they figured that they didn't want to have religion through the stomach. And so lobster and shrimp or whatever was all good to go. So they removed themselves. They extrapolated themselves from it. So this Torah covers every facet of each of our lives. Now, you may not let it cover you. You may choose not to. That's your choice. That's why the God doesn't. God, this is not the church. God ain't gonna come down and whip on you. He ain't gonna put the devil on you. The devil chasing you till you do right. The Eternal says, I set before you this day life and good and death and evil. I suggest you choose life. But the operative word is choose. Choose. You are that agent. That's why in this way of life, when you come into this community, nobody's going to grab you and take you down in the water. Somebody on the east side, ooh, Duncan. Your Duncan has to be of your own volition. You know why? Because as soon as somebody grabs you, you have the right to change your mind. But if they got a hold of you and already taken you down, and you don't want to go down. But if I take you to the mikvah, you get in that pool, everything, you down there, and you say, you know what, Rabbi, I don't know if I want to do this. I'm not going to be better. You done told me. Get your butt up out of there. Come on. Go back over and go home. And we get to the lake, and I take you to the lake sometime. Well, I really don't know. It's okay. I ain't mad. But you got to do it yourself. Nobody can do this. Nobody can bring you to this way of life but you. Nobody can grab you and go, oh, make it down for 2 times. Spin around. Jump up and down. Now you say in Israel, your own volition. If you ever been to the lake with me or to the mikvah with me, you know that it's of your own self-volition. Matter of fact, I ain't even in the water on the good night. And we messing up like this, Sandy. You out there by yourself. this chapter about how you eat ends by saying, God is holy, so you got to be holy. So a holy people follow the holiness of the eternal, seeking holiness. So therefore, it says when a woman enters into her purification, that man should not lie with that woman. Okay? Now, medical science, they tell you what's wrong with that. That might be some of the best time for cooking. I don't know. The Torah says no. That's what the Torah says. Torah don't say no. Think of a way around it. All right? Some of our brothers say, 14 days. Huh? The Torah says 7. Now, if she has a special issue that is continuing, then you do not engage. So the Torah is talking about all types of emissions, not just blood, so yeast infections are times that you're supposed to abstain until that infection is cleared up. Well, move it over to the side. Tuesday, my day. And I'm serious, people. We got to understand this. So when we have a baby, there's a law that we are given for that, of engaging, of keeping that separation, of giving that wife's body an opportunity and a time to heal. Order! It's not secular, it's all godly. You may want it to be secular when you go to the triple X-rated movie. But you got God up in there with you. Whatever you're doing with your popcorn box, I don't want to know. But I will tell you this, that's not a place that you should be. That's me. And understanding the Torah. But don't say no in the Torah about not looking and you're right. You're absolutely right. But when you give your mind over to depraved things that you see, you start the process of craving that depravity. That's why David said, I beheld the wicked for so long until my foot began to slip. In other words, you can watch foolishness and you started moving towards foolishness because foolishness starts looking right. And you know how it is about doing wrong. The first time you do it, you feel real bad. The next time you do it, you feel bad, but you don't feel real bad. The next time you do it, you feel kind of bad, but not bad, and certainly not real bad. Then the next time you do it, well, is it really wrong? And then the time you do it after that, it's all right. All of those things that told you no, that told you stop, you kept pushing your way through them. And so as you pushed your way through them, then they became okay. Because you broke down all of those barriers that were built up in you, telling you what was right from wrong. So if you with another man, wife, it's wrong. You with another man, husband, it's wrong. You gotta know what. Tell them to get divorced. And you can then go and start doing what you're going to do. You can't make it holy. I threw it up in there. And then I saw a light. That's not the way it works. That's not the way it works. So let's understand. When you say that you are a holy people, what are you saying? sundown to sundown. Sundown, so that's why I stay here, you know. I don't, well, I did that. I'm going here. It's still the Shabbat. I don't leave here at 3 and go to the store. Because it's still the Shabbat. When I'm out of here to the store, why don't I touch money on Sabbath? So that's why I can't put anything in the money. The sun's still up. You can still buy what you want to buy. There's plenty of money for that. Let us not trick ourselves. Let's learn to be honest and evaluate ourselves. And the more that you do something with a degree of regularity, it becomes regular to you. It becomes regular because it gets so used to it. So if you're sneaking a shrimp now, just start practicing and eat that shrimp a little. You can do this. You can do this. So you know, I mean, well, my God, we can't eat this, we can't eat. Well, tell you what, just break it down. Take this month and get off a shrimp, and then take the next month and get off a lobster, then take the next month and get off a clam chowder, then take the next month and, oh Lord, get off a pita sandwich. You know, just back yourself away. Little by little. You know, don't just try to take everything away from home. We want them in, but don't you ever get no more pork. Dude just had a big piece of ham for breakfast this morning with his grits. I got leave here. He can't. Come on. We got to work that. Just don't go to their house and eat. But it's a progression. Holiness is a progression of growth. It's not instantaneous. This is not the church. And I love the church and I love church people. This is not the church. You just can't run around and get dumped and then stand up and then you got it all. That's not how it works. You have to study. You have to be taught. That's how it works. You have to ask questions. Now we know you're interested in learning and trying to grow yourself in this way of life. So when you talk to a sister that's an elder who you see is married, you pray that they're successful, they look successful. And if you're not successful, say, well, maybe you should talk to someone else. Because don't give nobody advice on something you won't do. Don't be being no guy till you get out there and then you kind of, cover that light up. Because I got some other stuff I need to do right now. And then when I finish with that, I'll be a guy mighty good. So people say, well, preachers have said, don't do as I do, do as I say do. Sorry. If you're preaching or teaching, you should be doing what you're teaching. You cannot teach somebody something that you are not doing. That is the height of hypocrisy. You are a huge hypocrite. So this is progressive. It's working, it's moving, it's growing, it's learning, it's questioning, it's falling down, it's getting up, it's asking questions. So that we won't be like Nadab and Abihu. So that we won't be like David. Aaron's oldest sons couldn't get no higher than being a Kohen. Kohen didn't do who loved of God did wrong. He made mistakes. You don't have to live or wallow in a mistake. You can get up. You can press in your mind to do that which is right. And just as you slip into the darkness of that habit, you can work your way back to the light of Torah from that habit. But you can't stay in that environment and get back in the light. You have to move from that environment and come to the light. And when you think you're in the light, but it's only a flashlight, and somebody says, oh, excuse me, that's not the light we were talking about. Listen, because maybe that woman, maybe that man has some advice for you, for any of us. This lesson teaches that there's no soul amongst the Bnai Israel that is above God's law. Not king, not priest, not rabbi, not elder, not old rabbi. No one is above being correct. No one should be above having someone approach them and saying, I want to talk to you. How do you do everything that you do? I don't want to be like, what's the name? You know, secretary. I mean, you know, like, you're going to be asking me stuff all out in the open. What's wrong with you, man? Hey, man, look! Run, what? Sorry. No. Then you're not helping the soul. You're not helping the soul. You're not building the soul. Then you're trying to actually magnify yourself over that soul. And you know what? It ain't so. Because the day you saw me, and tomorrow, someone else might see you. But we should all have the heart and the mind and the understanding and the humility to listen. And that takes work. That takes the ability to listen, the ability to not become angry as someone offers us insight, a word of correction. Not criticism, but critiquing. Instructive instruction. Not trying to put you down. Not trying to embarrass you, but trying to build you and strengthen you so that you can stand. And never being too big to say, you know what, I made a mistake, my voice. Shalom.